Hello and welcome to another episode of Boxing with Paul. And today, I'm very excited to bring you the Moto G Stylus 5G 2023. Yeah, I know, I'm a bit late to the party. Let's take a look at it. Motorola has since last year switched over to more eco-friendly packaging. So this time around we have completely plastic-free packaging, and we also have soy inks printed on here, so there should be a little more lighter. It should be a little easier to deal with, especially on the outward side of things. In addition to that, it's just a really natural look. They don't use any bleaching on the box, and that's just a really nice touch, okay? The device itself retails for $329.99. Although it goes on sale all the time, especially with being almost a year older. In the box, we get the phone itself. We get a Type A, Type-C cable. We get nothing else. In the box, we also get a very nice SIM ejector tool that is unlike the ones presented by Apple and Samsung, because you know what? This is a much nicer SIM ejector tool. It's just very high quality, very, very, very different again from the ones that are given by Samsung and Apple. And it's just nice to see that Motorola still puts their best foot forward, right? So we have a 6.5 inch 720 by 1600 90 hertz LCD with an 8 megapixel selfie camera coming in at 1080p at 30 frames per second, which isn't the biggest thing in the world. Now on the back, we're going to be having a bigger 50 megapixel wide angle with a 1.8 aperture lens, as well as a 2 megapixel 2.4 macro lens. And again, we don't need to have all the lenses in the world to make this a good phone. So inside, we're going to be having 120 gigabytes of storage paired to 6 gigabytes of RAM, as well as dual band Wi-Fi AC, Bluetooth 5.1, NFC, and even FM radio. We do have a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, as well as a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and we're able to get 20 watts charging. So it's not the fastest thing we've ever seen, but it's definitely it's no slouch. It's not slow, but it could be a little bit faster, to be honest with you guys. Our chipset is going to be a Snapdragon 6 first generation, and it's going to be an SM6450 for my nerds out there, with 4 of our cores being clocked in at 1.8 gigahertz for those lighter day-to-day tasks, you know, like think Facebook, think just a little web browsing, just light stuff, right? And then the other 4 of our cores are being clocked in at a 2.0 gigahertz for those heavier, more power-intensive tasks, and it's very different from our usual 6x2 configuration or 6+2 configuration we usually tend to see. It usually tends to be 6 on the efficiency, 2 on the power. This one is 4 on 4. So it's a little bit of an older generation, but still a little, it's beefy. It'll get stuff done. It'll make it happen, okay? It goes without saying that Motorola always usually features water repellent designs. They're fairly, I don't want to say waterproof, because that people think you can dunk them in a pool, and no, a pool is going to kill anything. A pool has chlorine. A pool is worse than salty winter road driving. It is really, really bad for your phone, okay? So now, the main thing that I love about Motorola is this, without any setup, this is just me getting to the phone. Look, karate chop flashlight, okay? That is the one thing that I hope Motorola never does away with. That is the one thing they have going for them that nobody else has, that nobody else can really make a claim to, that nobody else can say, we have that. Because you know what? Motorola has that. You do what is called a twist. You twist your wrist twice, from here to here, and it should whip out the camera. So now, because nobody does the wrist twist right, I always have people pretend you're smacking, you're spanking something. So you do the bat bat. Oh, we got the camera. Look at that. So again, if the phone is completely just not off, but if the screen is off, it's timed out, I'm telling you, all you gotta do, you gotta bap bap, you gotta spank. So you go bap bap. Shit. Cheese. So then that was a selfie in portrait mode on the Moto G Stylus 2023. So apparently we have a pro mode. It allows us to adjust the white balance, and allows us to adjust the ISO, as well as, I don't know if that's the timing for the lens, but that's okay. Let's go and move on to video. This is what video looks and sounds like on the Moto G Stylus 2023. It's an okay looking camera, at least for the selfie. It's not the brightest thing ever. I can see some stuttering when I'm moving around. It's not my favorite thing in the world. It makes me look a little bit Euro. I'm brown, I'm Mexican, I'm really dark. So this thing's making me look a lot lighter than I am. Like, yeah, it's whitewashing the snot out of me. I'm going to compare it to the iPhone 13 footage that's just straight ahead. And yeah, this thing makes me look Euro as heck. That's okay. So then this is what video looks and sounds like on the main camera of the Moto G Stylus 2023. So supposedly with this, we're able to record video at 4K. I'm not super convinced about this 4K, to be honest with you guys. It's not my favorite thing in the world. We'll see what it looks like when we put it on the MacBook. You guys feel the judge of that. Hey guys, and we are back, and we're going to be playing Super Mecha Champions on the Moto G Stylus just to be able to test its gaming capabilities. Usually, we're able to do screen record no problem, and it feels like this is going to be no difference there. We usually tend to drop off at a Yumi Castle. But as of right now, it seems to run along just fine. I did notice a little bit chugging here and there, but it wasn't the end of the world. You guys are going to see why I love this fat little guy right now. Well, if you can happen to find other people to shoot. Yeah, I guess down here. Who's the other person? Here you are. See, why wouldn't you want to join match? Like, that's just crazy to me. Wait, who okay. Okay, who mechanized? Why did I get off my skateboard? I think this is the second time that Arthur loses to this Carmel. I might be wrong. Oh, that was terrible. That's why I like the flamethrower and the ice gun, because you're really, like in a corner in a bind, or if you're really ready to take out the opponent, then you can make a nice at least 100% to just fight other mechs, right? And if you're at your strongest when you're your mech, why wouldn't you do that as fast as possible, right? I believe in this game you can run people over, and that way you can defeat them that way, like that. See? Yeah. this kind of feels like Grand Theft Auto now. Let's see what he has. Let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on this phone? I think that it worked out fairly well. As long as you don't crank into max settings, they should perform fairly well. But that's not fair. Most phones don't perform very well when you crank them all the way up. And as always, thanks for watching.